They were so scared. And what do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think they were the most scared about? You're not under the rules now of objections. What was the thing they did not want you to say, and were you able to say it?
Well, in the end, it was all about, the opportunity to talk about the environment that was in play from 2015, at least 2015 forward, with all of the problems. They are correct that the self-report was about the Heart Institute's problems.
Right.
But, as I said on the stand, when a firefighter is called to your house for a kitchen fire, they're going to look for, has it spread anywhere else? They're going to check in your attic. They're going to look in the garage and see if it wasn't caused by an electrical panel. So the Joint Commission or CMS, they'll come in for that specific problem, but they look everywhere. And Mr. Hunter even asked me to confirm. They're very exhaustive and they go everywhere. And I agreed with him. So the self-report was about a specific problem, but what they uncovered there, Megan, were so many problems that dated back to 2015. And as Judge Carroll said, it probably goes back even further to when Dr. Ellen became the CEO and created this, I hesitate to call it a culture because it was actually the absence of a culture, but the culture that allowed all of these bad actors to really work unfettered. As I said, the structure of accountability was so narrowly siloed that it really was incumbent on everyone to police themselves. I mean,
Right.
Sally.
That's how it
Sally
seemed.
Smith.
Like there
Well,
was no
Sally Smith,
oversight.
for sure. Well, Sally Smith and Kathy Beatty. Kathy Beatty testified that together over 15 years, they worked on 300 or 400 cases.
I wish the
So
jury had heard that. I mean,
that's,
not that we could have
yeah,
gotten a better result, but wasn't that something?
it's hard to imagine. But there's so much that did not make it into the testimony, into the trial. I mean, this group knows more than the jury ever knew.
Yeah,
And
right,
that's not unusual in trials. But,
right.
if they had 20 to 30 cases a year, and that's 400 divided by 15 is about between 20 and 30 cases a year. But they left it all to individual actors to manage, and it was all this team management. It was, well, the risk management team, the medical team, the social work team. And at the end of the day, Megan, what that does is, it's kind of like the scarecrow in the Wizard of Oz. You can go that way, or you can go that way, or you can go that way, right? And so you end up with everybody kind of doing their own thing. What if the hospital instead had a group, an executive group, a meeting, a team, they love teams, that got together once a week and said, let's go through the cases in-house today who are on DCF hold. And I would suggest that if they were to do that, to bring in a board member, every board has members of the community. Every hospital board that I'm aware of has members of the community. What if you had a member of the community who is not a physician, not a nurse, not a caregiver, not an employee of the child protection team or DCF or Suncoast or anything else? What if it was a parent who happened to be serving on the
Sure.
board? Do you think that their naive, their unfettered perspective wouldn't have said, hey, wait a minute, you've been alleging child abuse and the mom is causing these symptoms for 30, 60, 90 days.
90 days.
Maybe, do we want to rethink this? Right? So I think that having some perspective would probably have saved Beata's life.
It's so sad.